This is the last concept in section 2.4, which is change of quantity. Change of quantity is the difference between an ending quantity and a beginning quantity. Now in these change of quantity problems, what we're going to see is the word from and to used quite frequently. The from word is our beginning quantity and the to is our ending quantity. So our first example 18 here, if we have a current balance of a negative $158 in our checking account and we write a check for rent and we end up overdrawn by $3,603, we want to know how much our rent is. Well, the beginning is where we were from, our current balance, and that current balance was a negative $158. And then we ended at an overdrawn balance, which, like from the last section, we want to represent that as a negative quantity because it's overdrawn. So $3,603. And then what we're finding is that amount of the check. The difference between those will be the check amount. And so what we have here is the ending amount, which is a negative $3,603. And we're subtracting from that the beginning balance of a negative $158. And what we find here is that this ends up giving us the problem negative $3,603, and then plus, because add the opposite of $158. So now we know, because of integers, of course, that this is really opposite signs, so it's a subtraction problem. 3,603 minus 158, and then the sign of this is going to be negative. And so what this tells us is that we're going to get a negative, and this turns out to be $3,445. And so what this says is, with the negative sign, of course, that we're overdrawn, right, from the beginning to the ending here, we went down. That's what the negative says, that we went down another $3,445. So our check amount is a negative $3,445. Now going on to our second example here, number 19, it says the current temperature of a certain liquid is negative 79 degrees Celsius. The boiling point of that liquid is 19 degrees Celsius. What is the change in temperature from the current temperature to its boiling point? So the from is the current temperature, which is a negative 79 degrees Celsius. And the boiling point is the to, the ending, and that is a 19 degrees Celsius. So in order to find the change, how much heat we have to put into this, we're going to put in the ending temperature, which is a 19 degrees, and then we're going to subtract from that the beginning temperature, which is a negative 79 degrees, and that means we're doing the integer addition problem of copy the first number, 19, add to it the opposite of the second number, which is a positive 79, and so in this we're adding 19 and 79. So there's the 8, carry the 1, so that's 98 degrees Celsius. In other words, because this is positive, we're having to add heat to make it come to the boiling point. You don't often think of that in that terms, but that's really what this says. So 98 degrees Celsius is the amount of heat we have to add in order to make this liquid boil. Okay, our last example here is a little bit more to put in for you here. So let's just start by reading this, and we'll continue on in the next lecture then by filling it in. So at the top of Mount Whitney, the average winter temperature is a negative 23 degrees Fahrenheit. And several hundred miles away in Death Valley, the average winter temperature is 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Find the change from Mount Whitney's to Death Valley's winter temperature. So from, that's our beginning temperature. So we're going to start with the mountain for that, and we're going to go to, and we're going to go to Death Valleys. And so those are the changes that we're going to look for in these. So we'll put the beginning temperature here is the Mount Whitney, and that's why it's important to write that down. So Mount Whitney, which is negative 23 degrees Fahrenheit. And then our Death Valley, which is this one, again, important to write it down, which is 82. Now we'll finish this in the next lecture.